I am Prakash Muthukrishnan, Chief Technology Officer for Purchasing Power. I worked for a company called i2 Technologies in 1998 in Dallas, Texas. One of the most favorite companies I ever worked for because we created so many breakthrough technologies for a long time. And from there, I worked for another small startup which created another breakthrough technology which is sold to UPS. Then I come to Blockbuster. I came to Blockbuster, as you know, for my love for movies, where I found that they're not using any technology at that point. There's a company now called IMDb. So IMDb, you go to IMDb, you put a director's name, actor's name, you find all information, right? This was in 2004, 2005, I think, 2004. One of our merchandising managers, I told her, why don't Blockbuster, create content? You have all this information. Content that Blockbuster had was just unbelievable, but they never digitized it, right? Wasted opportunity. They didn't sense the changes, right? Very important to understand the signals of the change that they did not. Blockbuster had vending machines for VHS tapes. I don't know if you know, the VHS tapes are pretty big. You can only put like 50 of them, but they had those vending machines. Never took off because you can only put 50 videos in there. What is Redbox? Redbox is exactly the same thing. Came a few years later with the thinner DVDs, right? So innovation is all about timing sometimes, and what has happened, what has changed, your question, to answer that, technology has changed, right? A lot of new technologies has come that we can use to address business problems much more efficiently. We want to generate revenue, right? I mean, technology organization, well, first of all, most of the products my team develops is consumer-facing products. The e-commerce website, the mobile app, and a lot of other things we do, right? These are business technologies, as they call it. These are consumer-facing applications. We do a lot of internal-facing applications, but the revenue generators are these consumer-facing applications. So that's why, my role is more of a top-line revenue growth leader than cost cutting. Cost cutting is important, but I want to generate new streams of revenue for our organization. As a matter of fact, 4 years ago, my team developed this concept of integrating with what is called broker portals. So broker portals are another way our customers can come and transact with us. What we did was, why should we click a link on the broker website and come to our website and transact with us? Why don't we provide the store on the broker portals themselves, like a white label store? That's what we did. What that had done is, now we have more increased traffic from those portals, and more importantly, increased site conversion. That revenue stream did not exist before the technology enabled it, right? So that's the way I look at my role and my organization's role. We generate new products to help generate new revenues. Trust me, innovation is very difficult in any size company. One of my recent favorite books on innovation is called 3-Box Solution. It talks about 3 boxes. Box 1 is your core business, the current business, which is the engine for your growth because it is generating all the revenue, right? So set of folks in the company should be focused on that, right? Box 2 is what is called forgetting the past. There may be rules that you put 5-6 years ago in your business which is no longer applicable anymore because of new business models or technology disruptions. But you can always do what is called linear innovations, continuous optimization, linear innovations. By forgetting the past, in box 1 you can do what is called linear innovation. Box 3 is for the non-linear innovations. Maverick thinking, completely out of the box thinking, creating products that either help grow the current business, or if the current business dies, helps you to the next level, right? So that is innovation. But how do you do the innovation is very, very difficult. So this is a methodology which I think would work, and I like this particular approach of the box 1, box 2, and box 3. You know why? Because the metric you use to define the success or failure of the core business cannot be applied to innovative practice. It won't be fair, right? So it's a great framework, the 3-box solution. That's something I'm trying to adopt and use within our organization. Absolutely, I use movie examples all the time. Recently, I was talking to one of my colleagues. She was asking me a lot of questions. I talk about innovation quite a bit with my teammates, not with my teammates, with everybody in the company when they come and meet me. And I was telling her, as she was talking, she was saying we're a little slow as an organization, and everything is so expensive. There's a documentary called Faster, Cheaper, and Out of Control. If you ever get your hands on that, it's a great documentary to watch. Faster, cheaper, and out of control. How can you innovate faster? By creating cheap things, and those cheap things don't have to be controlled from one central location. The example is launching rockets and rovers to Mars. You can build one for like 15 years and launch, control it from the ground, or you can create a whole bunch of cheap rovers, send them to Mars, thousands of them, maybe 999 will fail, one of them is going to succeed. So how can I do things faster, cheaper, out of control? So I use stuff like this in talking to my teammates, talking to my peers. So yeah, I constantly either use references from books or from movies. One of the things as a leader I want from my teammates is camaraderie. So to me that is extremely important, camaraderie and being respectful. So camaraderie is a very interesting thing because it's not only among your teammates, also your vendors and contractors. Our vendor partners, our contractors, we treat them like our teammates. There's no difference. They are in all hands. When we go out, we take them. So camaraderie is very important across the organization, right? I mentioned about respect, that is very, very critical. Customer centricity, that I want all my teammates to know when they're developing something, it is for that end customer. It is for that mom or dad, a family of 4, right, who doesn't have great financial alternatives to buy things, right? And other things I would tell my teammates is, I want them to think in simple terms. I always tell them, don't complicate, okay? I'm okay with complexity. Complexity is okay. I don't want things to get complicated, right? So, and then the final thing is, I ask my teammates to innovate constantly, right? I want them to constantly feel the urge to innovate, right? Failure is okay, but I want them to innovate. And the same thing I ask my vendor partners also, because we don't know everything, and you have to always look around the corners, otherwise you will be easily disrupted. So these are some of the things that I always value and want my teammates also to follow, and hopefully they are doing that.